the prophet, the psychic, coming back at you again with another video. Okay, people, y'all know, people have asked me the question, I started my channel like last July, actually the first week of this Wimbledon, this July, which will be the first week of the Wimbledon. That's when I started my tennis channel, so it will be a year then. But people, I've done about 800. People have asked me how you've done so many videos in less than a year. I think I'm pushing almost 850, 830 to 850. I haven't even looked at it. I think it's something that way, something like that. So one person asked me, say, why have you been able to do so many videos? Because they say there are channels that are there are YouTube tennis channels, commentary channels that are much bigger than my channel, such as the Slice and other ones. What's the Coaching Time, Crunch Coaching, or whatever it's called. But they asked, why have I been able to do so many videos? Well, and I told them, well, the reason why is because I don't have to do a lot of research. Most of my stuff is off the top of my head. Y'all know how I am. I'm either preaching about something or I can analyze stuff from the top of my head, just the kind of topics I choose. That's why I call myself the tennis preacher, the tennis prophet. So it's very easy for me that's why I can kick off maybe 8 videos in a day, 5 videos in a day, where other channels may only do 1 video every 2 weeks, or 1 video a month, or 1 video a week, or a couple videos a week at the most. Okay, now you may say, what has this got to do with what I'm getting ready to talk about now? Well, people, listen, remember I told y'all, and this is what this video is about. Man, this is the most wide open French Open ever that I've seen on the women's side. Meaning, people, there's like 15 women that could legitimately win the French Open. And if you look at like the betting sites and sports gambling sites, they having a ball because they see that they can make a lot of money, because there's women who are not at the top favorite who could win. And I'm going to go over that right now. But let me get back to why I said that about why I brought up about that it's easy for me just to make videos, because I talk off the top of my head a lot, or it's easy for me to preach stuff. Y'all know how I am. But this time, people, for me to put together this video, because this whole women's thing is so wide open, I just couldn't come talk. I wanted to do this video 3 days ago, but I couldn't do it. I had to do a little homework for a change. I think that's what I'm saying. I don't have to do a lot of homework with my channel. It's easy. I can just start talking. Like, I don't need to do, when Federer comes back for the Wimbledon, I don't need to go do any research on the statistics. I know I can break that down for you. Who could upset Federer? Will Federer have his level back? So that's easy for me, people. But people, for this women's prediction, for the analysis of for the 2018 Women's French Open, people, I had to go do a little research. I had to work a little bit. I had to go to the WTA site. I had to go to the sports gambling sites. Hear how they putting together this women's thing. I had to go to the internet, read up on some of these women, the stats. I mean, most of these women like a Muguruza, Ostapenko, even like the newer women like Naomi Osaka. I know they're psyche, but there are some of these women I didn't really know their psyche, so I had to learn these women's psyche. I had to do stats. Who's playing well now? Who was playing well 2 months ago? Who was playing well last year? I had to go back and get all this women's stuff together, and not just 4 or 5 women, like 15 to 20 women. So it took me a couple of days. See, not only did I have to do not too much, but I had to do a little research, a little stats, a little looking at something, a little reading. Tennis prophet don't usually have to do that. And then I had to bring it together and put it into my perspective, so I can not talk off the top of my head. Now, here we go, people. Now, people, I have taken about 15 women that could possibly, 12 to 15, that could possibly win the French Open, and I put it into 4 categories. Now, the important thing with this video, people, is not so much to make a prediction. And the most important thing is for y'all to see the categories. And it's okay if every woman is not in this category, though, for some of the categories. But the most important thing is that you guys see there are 4 categories. And now, after we make the 4 categories, then we'll choose which one of these categories do you think this is what we do it. Once we choose the 4 categories, we'll say which of the women in one of these categories is more apt to win the French Open. Okay, here we go. The first category is the recent French Open champions. That's easy. It's only 4. Okay, it's Serena Williams. Okay, she won 2013, 2015. Okay, Maria Sharapova, she won 2012, 2014. And then after that, we got Muguruza. She won 2016. And after that, we got Ostapenko. She won 2017. So that is the first category. So once we get these 4 categories, then you can make a choice. Do you think this category number 1, that the champion is more apt to come from the most recent French Open champions? Okay, now, so that's category number 1. Okay, category number 2 is this here, okay, is who played the best on the clay court season, the most recent clay court season, like the Rome last week and the tournaments that's going on right now. Okay, so let me tell you who's in that category. And this is an important category because this is the French Open is on clay. So it is about who's playing the best on clay. Not saying that there could be exceptions, but hey, this is very important. So the best people with the best clay court records, I'm going to call out most of them here. It's, okay, Simona Halep. Okay, no surprise. She's like 9-3. We got Kvitova, who won the Madrid. Okay, God, I hope I don't get this mixed up with Burton's record. Okay, I think Kvitova here is 13-2. And if that's not right, then she's 11-3 or something like that. But I think Kvitova is 13-2. Okay, the third one in this category is Burton's. I think Burton's is like 11-2, 11-3. But the point is, these are the best players on clay during this clay court season. And let me see who else has played well on clay. And we got Pliskova. Okay, she also is one of those. She made it into the semis of at least she made it to the semis of at least one of the clay court tournaments. And she did pretty well in a couple other ones here. So the point is, though, do you think one of the better, more recent clay court players will win the French Open? Those who are playing, basically, those who are playing well on clay right now. Okay. All right. Now, the third category, y'all see what I'm saying? It's just, there are women who haven't won the French Open or haven't won it recently, but they are slam champions, such as Kerber. All right, let me see who else. Kerber, she's won the Australian Open and U.S. Open. She got 2. Wozniacki, man, we talking about y'all see what I'm saying, boy. Now y'all see why I ain't making prediction yet. Okay, Wozniacki, what she got got her major this most recent Australian Open, 2018 Australian Open. Sloane Stephens. Wow, U.S. Open champion, Sloane Stephens. And, I may be leaving off another name, but y'all see the point. Do you think one of those non-French Open champions who are slam champions with other majors could come up and win the French Open. Okay? All right. So that's the third category. Now, the fourth category is this here. We have had a lot of new up-and-comers who have just jumped up in the rankings and who have just beat top 10, not just top 10 players, beat top players, okay? And I'm just going to name out a couple of those here. We got Naomi Osaka, just won the Indian Wells. She dusted, I know that's not clay, but hey, I did a video saying Naomi Osaka got maybe the high, when she go to her high level, it could be the highest level on the tour. She dusted Simona Halep there. I know Simona Halep dusted her on clay, and somebody may say, okay, fine. We're going to go with that because it was on clay and it was the most recent. Okay, you got a Kasatkina. She can play on clay, and both Naomi Osaka and Kasatkina they got lower rankings, but they have beat everybody, all top 10, all top players. They beat them all. They got high level. Could like a Kasatkina win the French Open? That's a possibility. Could a Naomi Osaka, like I said, just because Naomi Osaka had that bad loss 6-0, 6-1 against Simona Halep, maybe she could put it together back on clay. She got the level, so you can't totally count her out. And there's a few other ones I could put in this category. Like there's a girl that did sort of well. She knocked out some good names. Like the I think her name is Kontaveit. I think I may be mispronouncing her name, but Kontaveit. Hey man, she could do something. So those are the four categories. So let me go over them again. It's the first category is the most recent French Open champions. Wow, the people who's actually won it. And some of them won it more than once, like Serena Williams and Sharapova. Okay? Or do you want to go with number 2, the players that's actually playing the best on clay now? Okay? Like Simona Halep, Kvitova, Bartons, okay? Do you want to go, okay, that's the second category, or do you want to go with the third category, with players who they not playing that well on clay now, but they are champions. They slam champions. They have won in a big moment, but not at the French Open, like a Sloane Stephens, a Wozniacki, a Kerber, okay? And the fourth category is, do you want to go with one of those new up-and-comers that ain't just a new up-and-comer with a low level, but with high level, like a Naomi Osaka, a Kasatkina, okay? So those are the four categories. Now, people, let me just say something before I tell you what category I'm leaning towards between the four categories, and then not only which category do I think is the one to go with, which woman out of those four categories, which one lady would I choose to win the French Open if I make my mind up today? I just put together the formula. I'm not sure that I'm ready to even choose. But let me see at the end of the video, if I'm not ready to choose, I won't do it. And I'll just let y'all know I come up with another video after I think about it. But I have put together the formula though. Okay, but people, let me say something before I get back to my opinion about the four categories. People are bettors. The bettors are having a field day, people, because bettors are looking to make money, people. And people, the bettors, there are, like I said before, you got like say in the second category, people, you got a Kvitova. People, there is like in some of the gambling sites, it's a 18-1 that she'll win the French Open. So those are good odds. So people saying, man, forget Simona Halep. Maybe Kvitova could beat Kvitova, 2-time champion, who's also playing as well or better than even Simona Halep right now. Why not put money on her? It's 18-1 with her. Only Simona Halep is 5-1, meaning if you put $100 on Simona Halep, you only get $500. If you put $100 on Kvitova, you get, and she wins the French Open, you get 1,800. So the bettors, they pretty well probably looking at these, they probably got these categories in their mind, okay? Even though I created these categories myself, I'm pretty sure bettors have made categories like this. Or do they want to go with a Naomi Osaka, who may be 40 to 1 or 50 to 1? To win the French Open. Man, you put $100 on Naomi Osaka, you win $5,000. Okay? Whoa. So y'all see bettors, they're having a fun day. Now let me get back to the categories, people. Now you may say, what category do I lean against? Or do I think would be the one that I would choose, and then what woman would I choose? Okay. People, let me just say, okay, the fourth category, man, all these categories are good to me. Because, man, let me just start with the first category. Everybody know this is the greatest channel, and I like great people that's proven themselves. People, the first category, you got Maria Sharapova that's won the French Open twice. We talk about, this is the French Open, not the Australian Open, not the grass, not the Wimbledon, not the U.S. Open. So, so that's attractive to go with people that's done it, like Serena. And I know Serena's recovering. So if you don't want to go with Serena, why not Ostapenko that won it last year? She's been there before. Okay, she's won it. Muguruza won it 2 years ago. So that's a good thing. Okay, and that I lean towards that, but I'm not saying. But then we got the second category, people, who's actually the players that are actually playing the best on clay right now. Now, people, let me tell you who I'm thinking about picking, though, at least in that category, is Kvitova, people. Let me tell you why. Because she's playing well right now, but she's also a slam champion. She's the only one in that category that's a slam champ, and she's a 2-time slam champion. Okay, y'all see what I'm saying? So I'm really leaning towards that category. Now let's go to the third category. Okay, you got the Wozniacki and hey man, Sloane Stephens. Sloane Stephens, and you got who else here? Kerber. Kerber won 2-time. Kerber's 2-time champion. Wozniacki's won 1 time a major, and you got Sloane Stephens. I mean, somebody can say, well, they haven't won on clay, but hey, you never know. At least they can handle the pressure moment. So that's a good category. Okay. So and then you got the last category, those up and comers that got a high level, that's headed towards being number 1, that look like they're gonna be way better than these girls that's ranked higher than them now, like a Naomi Osaka and a Kasatkina. Okay, so now I said let me just tell y'all, people, I haven't decided listen, people. That's why I waited. All these categories are good. I got to think about this. If you ask me, I don't know which category I'm going to choose, and I don't know which woman I'm going to choose after each category. But if you ask me, Magic Man, but what are you leaning towards? People, I'm going to tell y'all, as much as I like people that's already won the French Open, I'm going to be honest about it. I like this Kvitova in category 2 because she's playing like the best on clay right now. She just won the Madrid. She's a tough player, and she's a 2-time slam champion. Okay, now, and I don't know, does that weigh more than like a Muguruza who's won the French Open, actually won on clay at the French Open, but Muguruza has cooled off, and not saying Muguruza couldn't get in there and put it together, and Ostapenko has cooled off a little. So I'm just going to leave it this way. I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to let y'all know in another video, maybe in a few days, who I'm going to choose to actually win the French Open. Okay, people? Based on these 4 categories. Okay, but at least I have put together the 4 categories so you guys can see, and then y'all can choose which of those categories you think are the most important, and which woman do you think you want to choose from the categories. Okay, people, tennis preacher, prophet, psychic, signing off.
Last one right here. Here we go. Can I dance?